Okay, guys. Hello. I am Camille, the mommy genealogist, and I am here to check in on you guys on your day 19 experiment. So today is how to digitize a family heirloom. So I have gathered some heirlooms and some items that remind me of my family. So here they are. I'm going to tell them to you so that you can get some ideas on what you guys can grab and take pictures of or whatever. So this is a magnet from my grandma, and you can't really see it, but there's a Mount Hood in the background. There you go. That's better. Okay, so this magnet was always on my grandma's fridge growing up, and I remember looking at it and thinking it's so cool. But I don't know why my grandma has it, when she got it, or whatever. But I know that my great grandma lived by Mount Hood, so I'm guessing that that's why. But I'm taking a picture of it because I remember it always being on her fridge. And I remember always looking at it and thinking how cool it was. So that's why I want to take a picture of the magnet. Next up is this chocolate box. My grandma actually kept her letters to my grandpa in it. It's so cool to see like all the little details. Oops, upside down. Anyway, she kept all the letters that she wrote and got back from my grandpa while he was in the military before they got married. So this is where I found them. And so I want to take a picture of that and maybe some of the letters to show that this is where I found them and this is where she chose to keep them. Next is scriptures or the Bible. This belonged to my grandma and this belonged to my grandpa. It's one of the only things that I asked for when my grandpa passed away. And the reason why I asked for it was because it was always sitting next to him. And I remember him always reading it and pulling it out. And so I'll be taking a picture of these to explain who they belong to and why they were important to me. Okay. This one's really fun. So these shoes, they're so cute, were given to me by my grandma. They were worn by my grandpa, or sorry, my dad. So they were worn by my dad, my kids' grandpa, when he was younger. And so I have pictures of my kids wearing these shoes, but I want a cool picture that I can display of these shoes. Like, they are so cool. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Anyway, so I'm going to take a picture of those. So these belong to my dad, but my grandma gave them to me when I had his first grandson. Okay, next. Okay, so I've got two items that I am taking pictures of that it's because they remind me of my family members. So this one is a really cool, it's a plant. It's a hyoia. I know I'm saying it wrong. But it's got the cool wax-looking mini flowers when it finally blooms. Anyway, this plant is part of a bigger plant that I walked past for 30 plus years. Now, walking past that plant, I just thought it was a cool plant at my grandma's house. But then I found out right before my grandma died that it was actually a plant that my great grandma had grown, and my grandma just had it and was continuing to grow it. So this is actually a cutting from that plant. So this plant is a cutting of a plant that my great grandma grew. Like, how cool is that? How crazy is that? My great grandma grew this plant, and now I have a piece of it. So I'm going to take a piece or a picture of this plant. So that one's really cool. Okay, so this one's a little oddball, but hang with me. But I've got an apple and a paring knife. Now, if any of my Egbert family members are watching, they're going to know exactly where I'm going with this. But whenever we would ride in the car with my grandpa, he would sit in the front passenger seat and he would peel the apple in a circle like this. I'm sure all of you are going, oh yeah, I remember someone doing that in my family. Now, that's what I remember about my grandpa, was always peeling these. And my brother actually brought up that memory the other day. So I was going to take this picture, and I'm not only going to write about it, but I'm going to encourage my brother to write that memory down about watching grandpa peel his apple like this. So those are the items that I chose to take pictures of today. Now let me show you how I'm going to take those pictures to digitize them. So going on a little trip here. This is my shop box. I got it at the end of last year, and I'm absolutely in love with it. So it's just a box that pops up. It can store completely flat, so that's really cool. It has lights to make it look like a professional picture. It has a few backgrounds that you can choose from. I chose the white one for today. You can adjust your shadows by turning off side lights. It has a side view, like a front view attachment that you can use, or you can lay your camera down. Hard with my computer, but you would lay your camera down so that you could take a picture straight on up and down. So I love this, but like I said, I just got it last year. Let me show you what I would normally do with my pictures. Is I would find a neutral background. So that's hard to do in some homes like mine. So real low tech, I would grab some wrapping paper that had nothing on the back. I know it looks like it because it's the snowman, but nothing on the back. I would tape it to my wall so that it kind of draped down, and then I would take my picture. So there we go. So those are some ways that you can take your picture. If you don't have wrapping paper that's white in the back, as it's sitting up there, you can just lay it against the wall and take it with your floor and your wall next to it. Sorry, computer's moving on me. So those are some ways that you can digitize your pictures. Now, what do you do? Oh, I forgot to throw this up. There's that link for Shopbox if you're interested in looking into the box. If you've got lots of heirlooms to take pictures of or a business, honestly, it's a really awesome investment. Anyway, so what do you do with those pictures once you've taken them? Because you don't want to just let them sit there. You did all that hard work and you've got stories to tell. So you can go to our website, which is connections-experiment.com/MMM. Now, when you get to that site, you will see all of our Make Your Memes. Make My Memes. That's why it's MMM. So there's one called Heirloom. So you can pop your picture in and write who is it from, title it. And then I want you guys to go to your family search memories or to your social media or even to your blog. And I want you guys to share that story of that heirloom. Go share it. Go shout it out to the world, how cool your ancestors were and the cool items that you have from your ancestors. Okay, go do that, and I'll see you later.